All right, guys. What's up? How are you guys doing? Hopefully, everything is going fantastic. Well, apparently, I don't know if you guys seen this, but I just kind of came across it on social media. These metal tubes found in China. There's these. It's like these. I don't know what to make of it. It's metal tubes. They literally look like metal tubes with ridges and all that. They're like evenly spaced. And trying to find the page here. The metal like tubes known as the Bangong pipes are a series of rusty pipe like formations embedded in rocks and sand near Mount Bangong and Lake Tucson, Tucson, about 40 kilometers southwest of Denlinga in Qinghai Province, China. Know that I just butchered every single one of those names. While popular legends and internet myths claim they are 150,000-year-old artificial or alien artifacts, scientists explain them as natural geological formations. Yeah, of course. Don't they always do? But obviously, I'm going to edit these into the video, but it's quite fascinating how these pipes look so weird. They look so unnatural. Like, how would you even explain this? To be honest, it might actually just be tree roots that kind of just go into the rocks. They're fossilized and all that, and basically, like, they just get hard over time, and that's what I'm assuming. But what do I know? But it's quite fascinating, the myths and legends, especially in Asia. Um, I was just watching the Joe Rogan podcast a few days ago. She had this lady on. I forget her name. I think her name. Oh yeah, Cassie Coppersmith. And she was talking about how in Indonesia there's these structures beneath like the farmlands, and I'm telling you, when I was hearing this podcast, I was watching the video version as well. When she was presenting the IR images, I think it's the lidar images that you see what's underneath the ground, and you can see these vast structures, these systems that supposedly they were used to bring down water from the mountains, possibly to purify it, you know. But it's what's interesting. It's the structures, how they look. They look advancedly made. They look like how we would design our cities, blocks and everything. And what's fascinating also is like it's very interesting how it's very strategically designed. There's no jagged edge. Everything's precise. 90-degree corners. Everything seems mathematically designed perfectly down to the T. And it's amazing. It's amazing the the architecture in this. I always kind of like think about the all these stories and legends about the bygone era of our past. Civilizations that have risen and fallen throughout the eons long ago, probably more than 12,000 plus years ago. And that's just the least of it. The stories, the myths and legends of a golden age of humanity where we reached the level of advancement technologically, spiritually, medicine, everything. And it was all wiped away by some cataclysmic event. It's theorized it was a comet of some kind, an impact that happened in the northern ice caps, northern glaciers, I mean, in during the ice age, destroying all that ice. It was an impact so powerful that it melted the ice, glaciers that were miles thick, instantly vaporizing it, melting that ice into water, causing in a flood so immense that destroyed the entire world. Time and time again, I always come back to these thoughts of like, who are we? What were we? What is our purpose? I, you know, there's the whole alien UFO topic that, it's obviously all in all of our minds. But I think, like, there's a picture here. We have all this information regarding our past, ancient civilizations from eons ago, where we've gone through these cycles of rising and falling, and we're always forgetting what came before. We have to restart, repopulate, rebuild, and then again, destruction, destroying everything, and restart again. But where do the aliens fit into the story of humanity? Where are we in all this? It's fascinating story to uncover. There's so much here. It's you can get lost in it, truly. And I always ponder on the thought, like, you know, the pyramids, the pyramids on, Mexico, the pyramids in China, supposedly pyramids in the Americas. Well, besides the ones in Mexico, but like in the United States, apparently there's pyramids everywhere. Different in their designs, but all still with similar traits. Like there's also those things that stick out, like they're like little connecting points or some kind. You see them in a lot of structures around the world. It begs the question, what were we in the past? Who were we? What is our destiny? You know? And we can't really know that unless we know our past, our true past. And I feel like we're just sort of just locked into this cycle, a system of control that we just can't get out. And man, I wish there was a way. Wish there was a way to really escape this reality. And how long will we keep up with this? We know this world isn't what it's supposed to be. It's not how it should be. We live our lives because we have to. We're forced to. We've been born into a system where we have no choice but to try to make the best of it, you know? And we're conditioned into thinking that this is how it's supposed to be. But there are systems in place, corrupted systems that that unfortunately are rigged in most cases. And you just never know who you can trust sometimes. Once you're inside that system of control, you're bound by its rules. Unless you're someone that lives off the grid, grows their own food, unless you unless you can become that person that lives in the middle of nowhere, out with nature, like literally on your own, away from everything. That's where you become free. Free from all this control. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy world. And there's more to it than what meets the eye. There's information out there that's definitely hidden from us. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. But hopefully one day we can find a way to break free from this. I don't know. It's, it's people, like Uncharted X, Jesse Michaels, all those people who try to, UAP Gerb, Area 52. I'm sure I'm missing a few names, but this community of truth seekers, you know, people who are in search of the truth, who are in search of what is our reality. Whether it's about UFOs, aliens, classified military projects, hidden technologies locked away, or how the pyramids were built. These are these are truths that are being kept from us. And those are truths that would be necessary for us to live a better life. It truly would. It would probably help us a lot if we actually knew who we were. What is our place in this universe? We'd probably be better people. And there'd probably be no reason for this corruption, the system. I truly believe that we live in a world that's really controlled. There are forces, there are forces, that are in charge of manipulating our reality. Sort of like agents who make sure you don't go too far into that barrier, through the looking glass. It's crazy. I don't know. I guess just want to ramble about perspectives and thoughts. Been going on for 15 minutes. I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for listening. Appreciate it. Bye bye.